welcome to the stream officially. I am going to be using just my phone for the recording, for the production, and for the preparation. Oh, this is my, you guys saw my kids' faces. Okay, so that's what we're going to be shooting with, just iPhone. And we're also going to be doing the sound, just iPhone. So I'm going to take you through the checklist that I've got planned out. You can see that I'm kind of standing. I've got a new little setup over here. I hope you're enjoying it. And I need to get some more lights rigged up because I literally had to use a tiny little iPhone just to kind of bounce some more light so you could see me clearly. Okay, so the rules are this. I'm going to walk you through the ideation phase, the scripting phase, the pre-production planning phase. I've got a checklist that I'm going to write out with you so you guys can help me write it out. You're going to help me name this project. You're going to help me kind of decide what sort of things to do in pre-production, like what kind of prop do you suggest, what kind of you're going to see me do the preparation for filming. Then you're going to see me film it. Then you're going to see me edit it, start to finish. So as promised, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be scrappy because I literally am only going to use my phone and whatever is around me. So I am actually going to limit myself. I'm going to record audio on the phone. I'm going to record, I'm going to not even use a tripod because I want this to be as zero budget as possible so that you can see that it just takes a little bit of scrappiness to get something done, to solve a problem. So I'm going to pretend I have no tripod, no nothing, no editing. I am going to edit it on my computer just because I feel like a lot of people have editing software on their computers, and so I am going to make my life easier on that. But yes, you can even use iMovie on your phone to do this. It's just that I swear to God, I'm going to stress myself into an early grave if I'm sitting there with the tap targets. I've used those softwares before, and it's like scrolling in and all that stuff. I don't want to give myself a heart attack on stream, so I am going to make my life easier and use editing, but I'm going to use, I'm going to just use a scrappy version of editing software and just, you'll see. Then I'm going to put up the film on the interwebs for all to see. Anybody who wants to get tagged, drop a comment, and you'll get a credit in the film. Because why not? You're here. You're helping me make this thing. So let's go. Okay, so the first step, I am going to try to... Here, let me take you with me here as I have my setup over here, and you guys can help me as I type out the script for you, and I'm going to switch the view so that you can see. I'm literally going to open notes. Scrappy is as Scrappy does. All you have to do is like open a notes file. I'm not even going to use like fancy editing software. Yes, I have Final Draft, which I've had for years. I paid for it like 6 years ago or something. At that time, it cost like $30 for an iPad, for the iPad version. And I never even, because I write on the go, I never even got the desktop version, which is a separate app and a separate purchase. But I'm telling you, like, I've written, yay, Thunder Portal, first credit of the day. Lillian, can I tag you? Let me know. Yeah, so anybody who wants to. So I am going to literally, like, on stream, make a new, I'm going to make a new scene so that you can see me. Boop, 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 boop. Or just do it Scrappy style, guys. Scrappy, Scrappy. So Scrappy is as Scrappy does. Here's what I made just now. Boop. You like that? So we're going to write the script. So script. And this is how it's going to go. Let's make a checklist also. And I'm going to kind of use this as a checklist. So let's walk through the process of making a movie. This is crazy, right? But let's do it. Okay. So you have pre-production. You have production, and you have post-production. I think most filmmakers know this, yes? I'm going to make these headers. So, in pre-production, which is what we're doing right now, we are going to start with the script. After that, we have the schedule. Then we also have, and help me think of these things. If you think of something that I might have missed, fire it off. What else? We got to schedule the shoot, right? We also need to think about well, we need to gather lots of things, right? So as we do the schedule, we also need to hire actors. We need to hire crew. We need to think about props. We need to think about production design. That's a big one. We need to think about locations. Then we need contracts for all of these things. Yeah. For everything. Yo, I'm not even kidding. Contracts. Contracts. You know why? Contracts. Oh my God. Let me tell you why. Contracts are important because they hold you accountable. They hold me accountable. They keep the production, and they help everybody remember what's happening. So for those three reasons, it's important to have contracts in place. Not just because, you know, legal mumbo jumbo, although absolutely that does happen sometimes where people talk out of their butts and then turn around and lie and run away with your money and all this stuff. Like, ask me how I know. But, and everybody has horror stories. But the real big gem of a reason as to why to have even a poor man's contract, which I'll go over what it is, in place, in writing, is memory. So that everybody remembers, hey, this is the time and place. A call sheet is basically a form of a contract because it tells people where to go. It tells people who's coming at what time. It makes an agreement between the production and the people working on the production to remember what's happening and when. Super important, right? That's a big reason why I like the contract. So, I know the camera is a little shaky as I type. I'm sorry about that. I'll work that out for next stream. Actually, I can maybe even work it out for this stream. Let me see if I can get that fixed for you. So, yeah. So first we're doing the script phase because we need to write the ideas. And under the script phase, if I can, yeah, I can move this forward. This is great. So first you need the idea. Then you need to write the first draft. Then then show it to people. You have to do that. And then get feedback and maybe do more drafts. And as you show it to people, only show it to like 2 or 3 people when you're writing this. I mean, I'm happy to do this like publicly, so this is as public as it gets. As I create a thing and then show it to people in progress. But typically, if you're making something bigger and you're making something longer, then you really, really, really want to make sure that you kind of don't get too many voices in your head as you're creating what it is that you're trying to say. You know how sometimes you're in a conversation and there's like 6 or 8 people standing in a circle around you and you get maybe 3 or 4 sentences in and sometimes something comes out wrong and you're like, well, that's kind of what this is too. So it's like, whereas if you have 2 or 3 people, both of them will like stop and let you finish your thought. And it happens in big groups too, where people are like courteous and give you a little bit of time. But I feel like the attention spans are a little, like it doesn't happen as well. So you kind of want to make sure that the 2 or 3 people maximum that you're showing your script to as you're developing the idea, they have experience with script writing, they can give you positive feedback, but also like useful constructive criticism if needs be, more than just typo checks. And they also like, ideally they're friends of yours, so they can, be harsh if they need to, and it won't damage your relationship. So, anywho, okay, so now we're gonna do some, get feedback and maybe more drafts. So let's get started with that. So I'm actually gonna go here to the bottom, script. And I am literally just gonna leave it here and I'm gonna put it all in one place because that's how we do. We are scrappy. We are scrappy. So, unnamed project by a friendly filmmaker. Now I have an idea. And currently my idea is this. I am going to do a very small micro short. This is supposed to be a small project just so that we can actually finish it. I'm going to do it in this room as much as I can. And I am going to, the story is about a person who is like trying to work through some anger issues, and they crack a pencil as they're writing in their journal for the first time trying a new therapy where they're like trying to write their feelings out so that they can manage their anger. And they crack the pencil and it kind of sets them off and they like scream, and that is a smash cut to credits. So it's a very simple idea. And it's meant to be just a funny micro short about how difficult it can be to like manage your anger and to try something new at the same time, like a new coping mechanism. And some folks who are like working through some issues like with anger management, they might be able to relate. So I thought of this idea, and that's what we're gonna make today. So let's write it now. So, okay. I am going to write, let's see, what should my character be? Drop a comment. I think my character should be, oh, I know, patient. Because I am anything but patient, so it's kind of funny to me that this patient, a woman in her 30s, sure, is 40s, let's be honest, is sitting in her chair about to write in her journal. The environment is calm and peaceful and serene. Yeah, thank you. She has a cup of coffee next to her. Yeah, wow, thank you, Phil. Her body language. Now, when you're talking, this is important. When you're writing a script, you show, not tell. So I know that this character is, as a writer, I know that this character is tense, walking around with a ball of frustration, stress, anger all the time, kind of like the Hulk. But I also don't want to just say they are tense, like they are angry, because that's just telling you what it is that I want you to see. What I should do as a writer is describe things better. What's my hair look like? What does my wardrobe look like? What are my body signals telling you? And those are the three things that you should absolutely focus on when you, as a writer, are putting things in a script. So many times I've read scripts where people are telling you the emotion, an idea to add to the story. Tundra Portal, thank you. Is someone who has a great idea and wants to write it down right away. Oh, that's pretty funny. As she writes, her pencil or pen doesn't work, and the way she wants it, she gets tense because it is not working. Ooh. She wants to write it down so fast she doesn't forget. Oh, I like that idea. I think that's a different gag. I like that idea. I'm gonna put it. Let me copy this. I'm actually gonna put it down. Writing. That's a good one. An idea. I'm gonna incorporate it into the thing. Writing an idea so quickly. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna put myself the pencil breaks. I even got a pack of pencils for this because I knew that the gag was gonna be the pencil breaking. So okay. But I also want to make it come from a place of like she's trying, like she's angry and she's trying to journal. And so I will incorporate your idea as to like her thinking of a thought and then putting it in there. So that's how I'm going to weave your idea into the story where she has a sudden like epiphany of like, what do I write? What do I write? What do I write? That's really good. I like that. Like, what am I going to say? So I'm going to incorporate that into the script that way. And then I have a, yes, perfect. Nice. I love it. Her body, her body language. I'm going to come back to the body language. Okay. Okay, I'll come back to that because this is how I write scripts, by the way. You guys are getting an inside view. Boop, hang on a sec. Actually, boop, there we go. So you can see what I'm doing. Unnamed, whoa, that's too many ends. Unnamed project by friendly filmmaker. So I'm going to say, she is frazzled. Her hair is messy. Her sweatshirt is unremarkable and a bit too big, and she lips are pulled tight in an everlasting grimace. We colloquially call this resting bitch face. Yes. Shoulders. I want to describe her body language. I don't want to put her body language as tense, which is what I was about to write. I want to say her, like, why is it tense? How is it tense? Dig deep. The descriptions are harder to me than the dialogue. The dialogue is number 2 trouble. Okay, sorry, Tundra Portal. The dialogue is, for me, I like the dialogue, but for this piece, I'm going to focus on, like, the actual performance piece of it. So Tundra Portal, you just came back with a really funny joke. Since it's a number 2 pencil, the title could be number 2 trouble. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so we're putting that as a number 2 trouble. I like that idea. I also thought anger management. I also thought day 1 journal. I also thought dear diary. What else did I think of? I had a few ideas for this. I like anger management because that was kind of the premise, but I also know that that's a movie that already exists. Not to be said you can't reuse the same title. Number 2 trouble, that's hilarious. What about just number 2? Oh, but hang on a sec. Let me just check because I think I've got, and I'm tethered, of course. Oh, snap, you guys. This inspires a shot. Oh, come on, you could do this. Hold on. It's worth it, I promise. Okay, hang on. Elgato, first, this, and then this. You guys see that? It's having trouble autofocusing. This has the 2 on there. Woohoo! So we can make a shot where we actually have that on the shot list. Shot list! Yes! Put it back in here. So that will be for pre-production. Production design, locations, contracts for everything, and shot list. I knew I was forgetting something. Shot list. There's going to be more. There's so much that has to happen in pre-production to make production smoother. So shot list. So good. Even on 48s, I think of shot lists as I go. Sometimes I'll print out the rugged script that you see before you, and I will literally either pencil mark something, or typically what I'll do is I'll draw a quick box right next to the dialogue that I want the shot of, and I'll label above it what the shot number is because I try to keep it in sequence. I literally try to film as close in sequence as I can, or if not, then I develop the shot list first so that I can, of course, I mean, this is old hat for longtime filmmakers or for people who've been doing this a little bit longer. But yeah, you want to put all the shots in order, all the scenes in order as best you can so that the person who's doing the edit can literally pull them in by name onto the timeline and have it be almost like rough cut ready. Or at least have it in your folder so that you can drag things in the bin, like, okay, I'm working with 12, on scene 12, where's shot A, shot B, shot C, shot D, all that stuff. So this is old hat for some of you, but forgive me for repeating myself, but that's exactly the best way. And when I'm on a 48, I try to film in sequence too, so that I can really wrap my head around any shots that are missing, and I try to do the edit in my head as I go. And that really helps me catch what I might have missed, like an insert shot here or a pickup there or whatever else. Or like a key angle flip there, like it's super important. Number 2 trouble. I'm gonna write that down. Number 2. So that these are possible title ideas. You guys can help me vote for what you like best. Oh my gosh, Lillian, thank you for being here. Tundra Portal, you guys are so awesome. Okay, so I'm having fun. All right, let's see. Writing idea quickly, so quickly that it breaks. Yes, her shoulders are too tight. Typically, we can see it, I can see it, through, you can see it. Definitely don't put I can see it unless it's in the dialogue, but you can see it or we can see it is acceptable in script language. It doesn't happen often, and there's actually a debate in the writer community, in the screenwriter community, as to whether or not you should even include it. You should work your way around it. But people like, if you've ever heard the ScriptNotes podcast, then Craig Mason and John August talk about this, and these are like working Hollywood writers, screenwriters. They get paid like $110,000 a script or whatever the standard WGA fee is. In fact, one of them sits on the board of the WGA. Anyway, so these are people who know what they're talking about, is what I'm saying. They have more than enough street cred to be an authority figure on this. And so I look to them for advice, and they say, that we in the script or you in the script is acceptable. And they probably go with the standard we see, blah, 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 blah. So that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. Boom. We see... we see... Oh, see... Jesus. Her... of her too big sweatshirt. Yeah, so there you go. Lord knows I've got two big sweatshirts. In fact, there's one right outside on a coat hanger because it's autumn, so why not? So I'll use that. It's branded though. You know what? I don't care. You know why? Because I bought it because I like the print, so I'll give them a little... Why not? Okay. So yeah, and that brings to mind another thing is that obviously you want to pay attention to brands, but these people are actually really nice, and I feel like they won't mind. So yes, too big sweatshirt. She holds a brand new notebook in her hand, a journal. She grabs a pencil off her desk. Perfect. Grabs a pencil, and I have a shot for this. Right there, there's a little mug with pencils and pens jammed into it, which very me. And so pencil from her desk, from a mug on her desk, and sits and opens the notebook. I wonder if I can get that on film, like an audio of like the cracking of the spine, like something to indicate that it's new. I'm gonna put it in the script. Sometimes you put things in the script just to have it, just to kind of be a director on the page. I'm a big fan of being a director on the page because writers are supposed to, and a lot of writers are like, no, but I want the director to direct the film, or I'll remember that as I shoot. Big mistake on both counts, because even if you have somebody else direct, you should write the story exactly as you see it. And if that means adding those little details, even if there's like a swooping angle that you see or a particular fight scene that you choreograph in your mind because you have it so distinctly worked out in your brain, go for it. So many people are like hesitant. No, I'm going to let the stunt team do whatever they do, or no, I'm going to let the director do whatever they do. They will change it if they feel the need to. You do you. You write the story that fires you up and let everything else fall as it may. That's my take on it. You're a writer. Write the thing so that people can see it in their brain as they read the script. They will not complain about you directing on the page unless they're total narcissistic a-holes. Whatever. Moving on. Okay. So let's just see. A journal. She grabs a pencil from a mug on her desk and opens the notebook. The spine cracks. It is new. You can We can almost smell that new book smell. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She starts writing. Unsure of herself, but still. Now I'm gonna do a couple tabs. Patient. I'm literally just. Her name is Patience. Oh, I have my fun. Oh. Okay. Oh. Holler if you've... You can also open it to the first page being blank so that the audience can see that it's new. Yes, I will absolutely incorporate that. You know what? Let me pull up chat. Tundra Portal, you got some great ideas, and that's exactly one of the shots that we're going to put on the shot list. So let me see. As we work through it. Yeah, it is new, that shot list here. The shot list for this right here, when we get to this part, that's exactly what I'm going to do. You can also open it to the first page. Yes, crack it open. I am a bit of a notebook hoarder, so this actually works in our favor because even if I screw up a take or two, I literally have one of the journals that I has duplicates because I'm a crazy person, and I was like, oh, I'll fill these up. So it's almost like I was prepared for this like 10 years ago when I went shopping one day. Yeah, sure. Okay. I'm gonna also pull up chat. This is what I made for you. Now you can see your own ideas. This is great. So she could also look over and realize that that was the last pencil causing her to outbrush. That's a great idea. I am adding that in. Yes, I love it. This is great. Okay, let's freaking go. Now I'm gonna transition to this part. Boop. Yeah, buddy. Yes, thank you for that idea, Tundra Portal. That's great. Okay, so she stops. She's still kind of like trying to figure things out. She starts suddenly. Gasp and a smile. The first we've seen as an idea comes to her. Scrub. Patience. VO. Okay, so here we go. I'm already laughing. Okay, I can see it in my imagination, and I'm already enjoying this. Patience. Let's see. My therapist told me that journaling could help me process my anger. I hated the idea. No, I thought I'd give it a try. Thought I'd give it a try. So this morning, crack. The pencil breaks. She stares at it, her eyes are wide. Everything stops for a moment. This is where I'm rolling it in. Yes. Takes it doesn't work. She looks back to her mugs. No pencils to be found. She roars. Cut to black. Mid roar. There you go. That's the script. Done. Thoughts? That's it. That's all I got for you. The rest is going to come across in the performance. I have multiple times in my life experienced the fact that I like put something down and I kind of see more in my brain like William Shakespeare style, and I try to put down a few but I know that I'm working on a solo project, so I can get away with it without extemporaneous descriptions, without too much time spent in making it extremely like polished. This is scrappy as scrappy gets. It's done in notes. It's done quickly. How long did that take? We've been here for less than an hour. We already went through the entire production checklist and we wrote a script. There we go. I love that idea. I was actually originally gonna cut it off in my brain. I had it cut off after the first crack where she looks at it and then but I also like the idea of looking over like one more time and maybe like she contains the first one but the second one gets away from her. So I like that idea. Okay. And it's actually subverts expectations too, because I feel like a lot of people would actually kind of think that it would smash cut after that first joke, but maybe. And that's the other thing, is that you got to do you, because you can't please everybody. So you got to be like, this is the joke that I find funniest, and then just let it be. Okay, this is great. So let's film this puppy. Let's go back to our checklist here. Write the first draft. So we got the idea. We wrote the first draft. I definitely showed it to you. Tundra Portal, thank you for liking it. So let's uncheck these actually. Boop, boop, and boop. So, okay. So back to our checklist here. Got the idea, wrote the first draft already, and we showed it to people. Because I showed it to you. And I got feedback, and let's just, yeah, let's call it done. I think we're good. I think we don't need to do much, so script is done. Look at that. Now, the schedule. Let's talk about the schedule. Schedule is, I'm going to try to, well, first let's, actually I put this in the wrong place, didn't I? Schedule shouldn't come next. Schedule, let me actually move it. I'm going to cut this. Cut this out of here. Come on. And put it after, because after all of this is done, after the contracts have been dried, is when you need your schedule. Boom. Then you also, nope, actually I lied again. Undo that. This is where it happens. There. That is where the schedule comes in. Because first you got to have your actors. So actors, me. Crew, me. Props, we got the pencil. And I'm only gonna do this once because look at this chunky fella. He's there. But I don't want to break it too many times, because also we got to continue, we have to consider continuity, and that's going to be during production. I can talk a little bit more about this. We've got the mug. Costumes. Look at that, see? Props, costumes. You may not think that, oh, and hair. H and makeup, hair and makeup. Special effects, if any. For here, we're not going to have any special effects, but I am lumping it into one category, because ideally you hire a professional that has the full breadth of what it is that you need, and then they bring the people that they need in order to execute your vision. That's the ideal. So I think I've got this in the right order. So props, I'm putting the props together right this second. Props are going to be this, the notebooks. Let me unplug myself from the microphone and go fetch the notebooks, which are in that closet to my left. Hang on a sec, it's messy. Hang on, you want to see? It's pretty messy. I'm a little embarrassed. Hang on. I'll just get them real quick. Oi! Osh! Yalla! This will be fun. Oh! I'm going to die. This project gonna kill me. Alright. Here we go, and we're back. So these are the notebooks. Ta-da! See them. I like it, and I liked them so much that I bought multiples of them. Ideally, we're only going to need 2, just because when I open the shot, I'm going to write out the script, and it's going to be a close-up shot of the thing, of the internal dialogue, so then I'll just copy, I'll just be writing what it is that I see. So this is going to be the page, and you'll see me kind of open it and flip to it. Before I start writing, I'll do multiple takes of just opening it. So that's the second prop, and then the third one is the hot cup of coffee, which I actually do have coffee in this. Oh, that's good stuff. Decaf. Because it's past 4. Oi, oi. Okay, here we go. And what do you guys think of this guy? Tundra Portal, what do you think? Is it good or what? Needs to be washed out. Oh, well, it's a film. I can't believe I didn't wash it out yet. Okay. So that is that. And then, my dear friends, I think that's it. So I have the, oh, and the mug of other pens and things in there. So I'm gonna need that. So that's actually, you have to think of these things, right? So you gotta go through the script, and you really have to analyze, okay, so does she talk about a script here? Journal, there it is, that's one prop. And then the prop master, whoever you have on props, is going to be writing down, this is the prop we need. Amanda is calm, peaceful, and serene. She has a cup of coffee next to her. And again, I actually kind of short shrifted this, didn't I? Peaceful, calm, and serene. How? Show, not tell. How is it peaceful, calm, and serene? So I'm sort of editing myself now. So I'm sorry, I was on chat just now, so I was, this is the part. So the proppy would do this. Proppy would do, oh, journal. And then the environment is peaceful, calm, and serene. The proppy would probably have questions, because they would be like, okay, so tell me what you need to make that happen for you. How is it peaceful and serene? So show a lamp. The lamp is casting warm light. Okay, well now we need a lamp, and I have one. I'm looking right at it over there. So that's another lamp. The lamp, let's see. Show, not tell, what else? There is nice light coming, casting a pretty shadow. And all of this can be filmed in slow-mo. We're going to be messing around with the 120K. I think so. Yeah. Per second, if I can get away with it, which I think I can. So, because I'm going to be testing out the 16. If you also have to keep the keep calm mug, that's true. Keep calm. Oh, you're right. Absolutely. I'll keep the one I have. You're right. That's a really good idea. Tundra Portal, you nailed it again. Tundra Portal says, keep my beautiful little keep calm mug is good enough for what it is that we're trying to do, just because this keep calm part, like right there, it's thematically ties in with what we're doing. Good call. While she takes a sip of coffee, yeah. All right, that's what we're gonna do. So that's the mug we're gonna use instead of mine, which is nice because I can actually take a sip of that coffee instead of out of the dirty mug I haven't washed yet. I could use this mug actually to fill, to put the pens in, the things that the other things. So that's good. So Sharpie is not good. So we need the other props. Let me disappear over here and fetch this mug for you. Let me show you. Okay. I have this mug. And then in my little office over here, I have other stuff that I can maybe use. There. So I have a couple things that I can use so I can stuff it in there. Look, I've got a little screwdriver thing. That's perfect. Anything that's not a pen or a pencil, which is weird. Like she doesn't want to write with a big fat chunky marker or a flashlight. This is great. So let's dress this. Let's do props right now. So we can put this card reader in there. We don't even have to overthink it. This Allen wrench thing. Yes. Marker. Flashlight, definitely going in. We have another pencil in case I break this one. It doesn't say number 2 on it though. And I don't want continuity problems, so we can do this, like a little fleur-de-lis, like why is that there? I don't know. We can do this, which is also weird, but hey, people have weird stuff in their mugs. We can do, that's a pen. That's a pen. That's a whiteboard marker. Cool. I'll do it like that. And I think, and this is a white marker, so that's not helping anybody. Yeah, what do you think? Is that well set dressed? That can be what she pulls the thing out of. So that's set dressed. That's props done. Perfect. Oh, and this guy. Which, like, why? Did I overstuff it? Maybe I overstuffed it. Who cares? I'll figure it out. Okay. All right, and so we did that. Also, when she sees the pen mug, the empty face is almost laughing at her. So you're suggesting that it's empty. Yeah. Maybe I overstuffed it. Well, when we're crafting the shot together, we will actually take a look at it. Like, I'll actually physically move this camera. Yeah, I'll take it off the props and I'll just show you what it is that I'm crafting as I film it. And so there's a night light that casts a pretty shadow on the wall. There's a nice light from the window. I hope I catch the daylight. That casts, casts, hang on a sec, because now I'm doing this, casts a pretty light shadow on the wall. A happy face mug is on the desk. We can even establish the happy face mug. So that's good. See, I'm adding things to it, so I mean, I'm just doing subsequent tinkering. This is the tinkering phase. This is one of the nice things about being a writer-director, is that you can kind of notice what's missing, or when people come to you with a question, or even you think of something else later, you're your own best/worst critic, and you're like, oh, I could add that to the script real quick just to elaborate on something I missed. Like, I see it in my head. But again, like, show not tell is kind of hard sometimes, even for somebody who's been writing for a long time. To remember to do that every single time takes a lot of practice, and sometimes you still need multiple drafts in order to get through it. To do it thoroughly. Yeah. That's cool. Alright, so yeah. And then, so we got the journal, we got the pencil. Every single time I see desk, I'm not going to establish her sitting at the... I have my chair. I'm going to try to film it over here. Yeah. I'll just try to film it over here. Oh, I'm missing the daylight. We will solve that problem later. We might even do, because I originally scheduled these two streams for, just me. So I will have to kind of like adapt to what we do. Because like we do in the pre-production phase, and again, I actually really wanted to focus on the pre-production process with you and make a pre-production checklist with you, so that you see that the biggest part of it is approaching it like you want to do it, but you also have to plan the steps so that when it comes to production time, you're doing it well and you've solved most of the problems before they become problems. So I wanted to do that for you. And actually this checklist, I'm going to later put it up on my Ko-fi page. I'll put it up on my website. I'm actually going to make it a downloadable for free for everybody on my website, whatever. I want everybody to be able to kind of have a good jumping off point, especially when you're starting out. And my literally one of my friends was like super psychic about it. Like, hi Joe. She was like, what about a checklist? Like, do you have one? And I was like, say that again. I couldn't even believe it because I was like, I'm literally working on things where I want to make a checklist for everybody. Same vibe. So yeah, so I know that at least one person is going to be happy that I'm doing this. Okay, so let's get back to the checklist that we have. Let's see here. So, okay, so the pencil breaks. She stares at it, eyes are wide, everything stops for a moment. She takes a breath, it doesn't work. She goes back to her mug, desk, little desk. Yes, right there, little desk. So I'll have this turned off at the time. I will decide where to put what I have, and I'm going to prop my phone up as best I can. We'll figure that out. Back to the checklist. So we have the props. Done. Costumes. Let me run over and get my... So I'm going to take this off because I don't want to be wearing it. Hi, Tiffany Ray. Yeah, to catch you up, if you want a film credit, you just help us make the movie. And let me know in the comments if you want a film credit in this for when I edit it together. I will, yeah, ask for credits. Oh, and you know what? Well, I'll actually credit you by the name that you have, but if you want me to use a different name, drop that in the chat. So it's up to you. Yeah, so right now we are on the costumes phase. Let me dash over and get my hoodie. That's the only thing that I want. I don't want to make it too complicated, so I'm just going to run over and get my hoodie. Be right back. It's hanging right over here. I didn't plan any of this. Boop, boop, boop. Oh. There she blows. Hoodie. So, the main reason being I wanted something comfy, something to, and it's way too big for me. Like, it's actually ridiculously, hang on, let me make this wide as it goes, so you guys can see this. You should always do a fitting, right? Costumes fitting, oh my god, you're right. Yes, this is actually a really good idea. Let me put that in there. So costumes, fitting, get the size. Actually, the first thing you should do is get sizes. Hang on a sec. Get sizes from talent. Do a fitting, if possible. A lot of productions, especially when they're scrappy run and gun. Oops, sorry, here. This is what I was writing. You can put my real name in the credits. Cool, awesome. Very good. Nice. So yeah, this is what we're working on. So we're working on a shot list. We started with the script. We did every single step. We got the actors figured out. We got the crew figured out. We just did a whole bunch of props, and then we're doing get the sizes from the talent, which I know my own size, and do a fitting, which I just did. I don't like that it reorganizes it, but you know, this is scrappy, and we've got it. So this is another thing. Like, look at this thing. It's huge. Okay. I look like... Hang on, watch it get zipped up. And this is the Cortex brand. I am a fan. My husband and I are big fans of theirs. I literally have like Cortex pens and Cortex things, and I know that they're cool because I've literally interacted with them, and I mean, they won't say no to more brand recognition, so I feel comfortable using this logo. You should always check anything that's a logo when you're doing bigger projects. A little sneak peek for you. Let me push this in closer so that you know that we're serious now. When you're doing bigger projects, you can literally pitch brands as you go. Like, I'm doing a feature film, this is a marketing opportunity for this chair, for this notebook brand, for this pencil brand, for anything can be a product endorsement and a product deal. And you could be casual about it too. You don't have to be shilly. Like, for example, like Ryan Reynolds was doing some things, and the tequila brand that he endorses is like all over things. Like, they literally turned the bottle and made it a continuity editor and put it right on the thirds in focus so that you would see this thing in every single shot for one particular scene, which was too much. Ugh, too much. But if you're like a fan of a particular beer or whatever, or if you're a fan of a brand, then you can approach them if they're like, if you're in a position to offer something concrete with your film, then you can approach them and you could talk to the brands. And like small local places are a great place to start, because small businesses understand the struggle of being a bigger business, and so like you can kind of cross promote each other or work out something with sweat equity or whatever you want. Like, I'm just saying, thinking outside the box, because like as a filmmaker, I know that you want to get out there and create something, but if you want to make this a full-time career, you also have to consider the business aspects of it sometimes. Just putting that out there. Back to this. So we did this. So hair and makeup, special effects, if any. We're not doing any. You know what? I'm going to break this down. So we're done with costumes. So special effects, if any. Special effects, if any. We don't have any. Let me break this out. Let's do this. Hair, makeup, scene breakdown for each. I'm just going to put this in parentheses. Breakdown for each. This is interesting because like you should talk to the director for every single thing, because there are certain, and make sure that you have an open dialogue with the hair and makeup team, because in every single scene the character is motivated by something, and so the hair people will say, you know, if she's in a hurry, she's probably going to have her hair in a bun, or she's going to have the fast hairdo, she's not going to have a $35 blowout or whatever, or like beautiful like ornate, you know, hairdressing things. I don't salon very much, but she is going to be doing, she's going to have this XYZ look. Athletics are going to have this, or you know, if they're sweaty or whatever. You get the idea. Per scene, you have to break it down. And not only that, but you have to go deeper with the makeup as well, because if they're tired, you can convey emotions through color choices and through makeup choices and through hair choices. You can convey the state of that person's mental well-being. So I'm trying to do this scrappy, and I also know that I'm on a budget, and I also just want to get it done. So I am in a hurry. I don't really care, so I'm going to take off my headband, for example. Like, this is something that I wear on stream, but I'm going to muss up my hair. How's this look? Yes, the more flyaways, the better. It looks good, it looks good. This is kind of the look that I'm looking for this character. This character is a mess. This character doesn't care that this shirt is 15 sizes too big. This character don't give an F. This character is by themselves, so they're not dressing up for anybody. So that's the vibe. Perfect. Hair is done. And yeah, scene breakdown. We're only doing the one scene, so that's broke down. No makeup. Well, as you're doing bigger Hollywood productions, you have to do makeup so that the camera doesn't pick up the imperfections of the skin, or so that your skin doesn't look oily and bounces the light wrong, and it gets really, really granular. So even the no makeup, you sit in the makeup chair to look like you don't have a makeup on. But this is independent film. If I say no makeup, I ain't wearing makeup. So we're all set with this. We got the hair done, we got the makeup done, and we broke it down by scene because it's only the one scene. So makeup is done. Production design. That's a mess. Let me show you what we're working with here. Here's where we're going to be filming. And let me drop, I can't drop this any lower, but I can change the camera on this so that you guys see what it is that we're doing. So for those of you not wondering what the heck is going on, this is what's going on. Like, we are filming here. Let me get a wider version of this. This is our set, my chair, and this messy place, which I'm going to clean, and then somehow light with whatever light remains from the windows, yeah? So you get to watch me do that. I'm gonna get my mic clipped off because honestly, like, I had a little sound trouble, and I realized that I left my sound equipment wrong. So we're gonna just do it this way. So let's see. Boop 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 boop. So we're gonna keep this. We are gonna hide this. We are going to unknown. So we're gonna put that away. This is the mug we're drinking out of. This is the mug we're pulling things out of. This is a really nice announcement letter. So, hi to the First Contact Fantasy Film Festival. Fantasy and Sci-Fi Film Festival. They sent me tags for the Harveys, which are sitting very proudly on my desk. So that's one of the letters that I'm moving out of the way right now. Thank you, guys. That was great. And so moving that out of the way. Random checklists that I've probably finished, but I should review before I throw away. The phone is going to be filming from here, so I hope that if I just shove things to the side over here, that I'll just get away with it. And let's see here. I'm going to keep this at a lower light. Where is this? Okay. So I'm going to keep that at a lower light so it doesn't interfere with the image that I'm trying to make. I don't want it to look like a filmmaker works here, so all the SD cards and everything else have to go away. And basically you're just helping me do some production design here. Let's see here. Yeah, so you're helping me do this. So you can see kind of what we're working with here. Let me turn up the ISO on my camera because the light got low. And so I think if I just do, whoops, wrong way. How's that looking? Let's do 640. Looks better? You can see me a little bit more? Good, good call. Good news. Crap, I don't need. Garbage, I don't need. Let's try to clean this space a little bit. Ugh. Hard drives, I don't need. Receipts, I do need. A lanyard, I don't remember why it's there. So yeah, you're basically, it's kind of weird that you're watching me clean, but that's kind of what it takes. You gotta just do what you gotta do. This checklist, which I have to double check. This is nice, it's a little scratch pad that I bought. Actually, I don't even know why it's doing here because I bought this for my kids to scribble in. So that goes there. This can, I don't have an endorsement deal with these people. I could get away with this brand, but I'm not getting away with that. They're too big. They're too big for that. That goes there. Good cleaning, right? Yes. This person is a bit of a mess though, right? What do you think? How messy should I get? Thank you. Hang on a sec, I'll get back into chat. I appreciate it. There's a lot that goes into this. I'm impressed. Thank you very much. I hope that it's helpful. That's the most important thing. And like I said before, I will put all of this checklist stuff up on the thing. You don't have to, and I will actually chapter mark the heck out of this, like the screenshot said, the thumbnail said, like time codes below. No joke. It's going to be very meticulous. You can rewatch this if you want, and you can go to my website, friendlyfilmmaker.com. It's just on a straight website. You'll have everything you need right there. I'm going to put up a little tiny info bubble right there, and I'll be like, look, here's what you download. Hopefully it helps. So let's continue back with our checklist here. And chat, why don't you guys help me? So my thinking is, this is a messy character. How granular do I want to get about cleaning? How much clutter, mess should I leave? Because if she's a mess like this is the character. Too big shirt, coffee that's cold, but she has a new journal. Yeah, so everything else here could be just a hot mess. And how messy should I get? Because the corner's pretty messy, but I'm not filming from this angle. I'm filming from this one. And like basically the camera I'm gonna put like right there, just kind of put it on a book stand, and see what I can. What are your thoughts? You can also have her move things around and make a mess when, very nice. Thank you, Tundra Portal, for that. You can also have her, move things around and help make a mess when she's getting the notes. That's really good. Like, where the heck did I put that notebook kind of idea? Yeah, I did that. So let's leave some letters and clutter here. I don't mind, like, why is this random sticker thing? Sure, that's random. This is just stickers. I can leave that here. This random ribbon, because kids, and some Spirit of Halloween things. And non-filmmaker people use SD cards, don't they? I'm trying not to give away that I'm a filmmaker. like as I do this. Maybe I'm overthinking it. SD card, yes or no? I don't know, right? This is production design, people. So let's go back actually to the checklist, because I just had a random thought and I want to share it with you. So I'm going to set you back to this checklist here, and I'm going to show you what it is that I'm talking about. So here in the production design phase, which is what we're doing right now, we're going to tab forward and we're going to say the characters, this is important, characters space tells a lot about that person. So are they messy, neat, struggling, like poor, rich, etc. And so we're talking about that. This is exactly what we need to be talking about. And now we can bounce back and forth ideas between the production coordinator, the designer. Oh, what colors do they like? Yes, because colors in a scene are absolutely important, like super, super important. They can tell you the mood of the person, they can tell you the mood of the scene, they can tell you the conflict between the character and their space. Like, for example, if you have somebody messy that walks into a neat place, they might not know how to handle that because they've never seen a neat environment before. Or vice versa, a person who is neat that walks into a messy space. Witness that episode on Friends that was so damn funny when he went out on a few dates with a woman who turned out to be a hoarder. And I know that that episode didn't age well because mental health issues shouldn't be laughed at, but at the same time, like, that episode is exactly demonstrative of what I'm talking about, is that a person walks into a space and the production design will tell you the conflict that's coming before the first word is spoken. So, Tundra Portal is right. I'm going to absolutely do that. Yeah, so let's see. Messing around the notes. I think maybe having a red marker. Red is definitely the color du jour. I actually almost use a red journal, but I've used that journal, and so I thought against it for this piece because I thought that these would be nicer, and also I wanted multiples and new ones because that one I've written in before, so I don't want to just open to a middle page, which sometimes you see, but that's not this story. So let's see. This mug can be sitting on this. I'm not going to move that, but I can move the cables. I want to maybe hide the Apple thing. I don't know what this random card is. So we're talking to, sorry, you're looking at my back as I try to dress this set. Let me put it back to just me. Oop. Ah, okay, good. So that you can see me dressing the set. So I have the props. I've got this guy. I can literally, like, maybe have these random markers out, this random cable out. Hard drives. I could do hard drives. I could do the hard drives. Some business cards. Oh, this is a good podcast. I'm going to leave this here. Just a random pin. Let's see here. A couple envelopes facing upside down. Yes, everybody loves good unopened letters. This is too neat. She's a mess. She doesn't have something this neat in there. A couple more. I may or may not have things in common with this messy character. I am letting you all the way behind the curtain today. Okay, so let's see. Checklist. I mean, that would be funny to have a few cans, like, kind of sputter to the ground as she's rifling to find her journal. But at the same time, so this is a good checklist. Nobody really knows what that is. So let's clutter this up just a little more. How about a few scraps of random paper? This is pretty nondescript. This is great. My daughter did some artwork on this guy, so I'm leaving that in. This is just triaging things. Look. Oh, do you like my notebook? That's the vibe. So yeah, okay. Should I even show a shot of that? Maybe I don't know. We'll think. Okay, and is gaming the business cards? I mean, let's have one, but not 15. How about that? No, I don't want to put public information on there. Maybe not with the cards. Yeah, I'm not going to do the business cards because that's sharing people's information that they may not necessarily want to have happen. So I'm going to do that. And I think that's it. Stickers. Whoa. Maybe this shouldn't be in there. It could just be out on the desk. So that's that. Some random fleur-de-lis thing. Stuck in there. Guys, I think we're done. What do you think? What do you guys think? We're done? How's the set look? Really nice and messy? Production design good? We win? I think we're good. So let's do some thinking. Let's go back to the checklist. Slides. Let's go back to the checklist and just think about this for a bit. So now I'm gonna move this back up. Just kind of, yeah, it looks good. Okay, so poop. Back to the checklist we go. Jennifer Porter says, looks good, thank you. See, I love this. This is scrappy, like, just kind of get it done. Just go, my friends. Yes, that's what it is. So we're blasting through our checklist here. So we got the characters, space tells everything about it, messy, etc. How granular do you want me to get? Maybe I'll put out a post on it. This is going to be a living document. I want to help people, but how granular should I get in the subsection with the production design? Because I don't want to tell people how to do their job. Production designers spend a lot of time talking to the director to get the things that they want to do. They talk to the actors as well to make sure that the actors are comfortable using the space around them, and also maybe can add things around them. Famous example being, well, one of my favorite examples being that, oh, for heaven's sake. On Star Trek Picard, when they were designing 10 Forward, the original bar, when they were doing Whoopi Goldberg's character, help me out, whatever, the young actress that played the young version of Guinan, thank you very much, brain, she actually talked to the production team a lot about her own just preferences in terms of what she would like to see and how she thinks that her version of the character would surround herself and decorate her space, because this was her bar. And so there was a lot of coordination, not just with the director, but also with the actress playing the person that owned that space, which I thought was perfect. It's so good. It's like you want that synergy, and so I try to go for it. Okay, so let's see. Right. So yeah, whatever. This one's done. Production design is done. Locations. Well, when you're talking about bigger productions, locations are things that you have to get. Oh my God, right now so many people are location hunting. And I encourage you to look in the film office if you haven't already. And also, for those of you offering your space, either temporarily or permanently, think about registering with the film office of your state. And if not, if you know that you only want to do like a part-time thing, like, hey, I have a house and it's shuttered up for the summer and my friends can film there if you want, let smaller people like me know, and I'll put it in my newsletter for you, so that it doesn't go on full blast in the film office and then you have to register and deregister. I don't know how any of that works yet, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, so locations, right there. So that's all set. Contracts for everything. Well, I'm shaking my own hand. Contracts for everything, so that's done. Now time for the shot list. Let's freaking go! This is one of my favorite parts. I love it. I don't know why, I just do. When I am working with a DP that I absolutely adore, or recently I've started doing a few projects DPing myself, like Mother Grimm. We're really in the weeds on Mother Grimm right now. It's in production right now. And I am getting to kind of stretch a new muscle, because when I am the director, I kind of am the one deciding how it looks, and then the director of photography makes that happen for me. And now I'm standing as the director of photography, and I'm saying to the director, I'm saying, tell me what you see in your mind, and I am going to find the exact tools that I need, the camera, the lenses, the lights, to make that happen for you, to craft the image that you see in your mind as clearly as you can. Give it to me. I will give it back to you with the tools that I have. And sometimes he says, well, maybe it's on this lens, and I'm like, let me worry about the gear. I will make it happen for you. You just tell me the exact picture in your mind, and I will make that happen for you. So it's a new experience for me, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So, man, bring on the shot list. Let's go. Let us go. Oh, okay. So, let's go back to the, this is what I do, and usually I'll print it out. Should I print this out? I usually work better on paper, you guys. I won't lie. No, I'm going to try to do it in a way that you see, right? Because that's why you guys are here. So I'm going to try to step outside my own comfort zone and work electronically on this. So, shot list. So I'm going to do a lot of scrolling back and forth. All right, so we already did this, the pencil breaks. We did that. Script is done. And script. Here, let me put a little line break in there. And then, boop, here comes the shot list. And all of this is just one document, you guys. This is one scrappy ass, ooh, sorry, I swore, oops, shot list. Let's freaking go. All right, so the first, well, when I'm working on a 48, I usually like to just kind of number the shots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because I need to move quickly. And the faster I can get a shot on the timeline, the better it is for me. So the best way is to just sequence it in numbers, and it's scrappy AF. And when I'm working on a bigger production, of course, that doesn't fly. But I'm just gonna do shot 1. Shot 1, 2. Oh, you know what? And we should make it a checklist because we should check them off as we go. Let's go. Okay, so checklist, boop. Shot 1, and then we'll describe what it is. 2, we'll describe what it is. 3, we'll describe what it is. You guys get the idea. Let's go back and figure out shot 1. Shot 1 is, you guys can help me. Patience, a woman in her 40s is sitting in her chair about to write her. Yeah, we gotta start with the wide. So we're gonna go wide shot of patience in her office chair. All right, that's shot 1. Let's read it together. The environment is calm and peaceful and serene. See, this as a writer and as my own self-critic and as a director, not helpful. I'm going to call myself out on that. I'm actually going to delete this because I'm kind of embarrassed that I let myself put that in there. I want to convey that it's peaceful. I want to convey that it's serene. I want to convey, hey, the light's back. That's great. I want to the sunshine is back and it's casting a really nice shadow. We're gonna get a shot of that. That's for sure. The lamp is casting a warm light. Let me take a picture of that. Oh, my friends are gonna be so happy. I have some posters of their work up on my wall. I'm gonna literally take some B-roll. That's what it is. This is gonna be B-roll of the office with their posters up on my wall. Awesome. Okay, so that'll be nice. I think they'll look forward to that. Okay, so the lamp is casting a warm light. So we need a shot of the lamp. Lamp. This is going to be a wide shot. Lamp casting. I actually love this lamp. I don't know where it came from. I feel like I've had it for the longest time. It's such a nice cozy friend. Nice glow. And include posters in the background, just as a shout out to my buddies. They'll be happy. This is great. I'm so happy. Okay, this is, are you guys having fun? I'm having the best time. Okay, posters in the background. Let's, yes. Okay, next up, we've got, what else? The lamp is casting a nice warm glow. There is a nice light from the window that casts a pretty shadow on the wall. Great. Perfect. I mean, wide shot. I don't know what shot this is going to be, so let me put shot of, because I'll frame it as I feel like it. I'll use the 1x zoom or the 2x zoom or whatever. We'll see. The shot of the sunshine. This is the perfect time of day for this. No, yes, let's talk about time of day. All right. Yes, let's talk about time of day, you guys. This is important. So, now, I'm going to get in all up in your faces just a sec. When you are location scouting, and I should put this in the checklist actually, you really should pay attention to the time of day in your spot. Because, especially as a cinematographer, you want to know what lights you need, what lights you don't need, and you want to get inspiration for the space that you're looking at. Director and cinematographer and gaffers, anybody who's concerned about the actual pictures, the images that are going to be filmed, you want to make sure that you know that at 5:38 p.m. there's a beautiful, if it's sunny, they're in the autumn. You have to get specific because the sun moves. Well, actually, we move. The sun moves around the galaxy. It's a long story. Watch Kurt's Kazakh. You'll love it. The time of year affects where the sun is, and of course the time of day will tell you it's a sunset if it's in the west, it's in the east, and you want to know all of that. So you really, really, really want to nail it down so that you kind of really understand your location. That's what location scouts do. Good ones do anyway. And I know that when you're filmmaking, and run and gun, it's very scrappy and is very fly by the seat of your pants. And I cannot tell you how many times I have made shorts where the sun placement didn't matter. It really didn't matter. But I remember very clearly that, for example, on Guidance, my director of photography and my gaffer, hi Jim and hi Cheyenne, we had long discussions about what time of day does this look like in this particular location that we were shooting at my friend Preetam's house. So all of that was a discussion where 4 people literally came 2 weeks earlier to the location just to take pictures of the space, to know the size, how much equipment can we fit in there, but also very closely paying attention to what time of day will we be shooting at and what is the light doing at the time. Important, especially for longer day shoots or if you want to catch a certain effect, whatever. Thought I'd mention that to you. In fact, there are some people that have developed apps where you can literally know what time sunset, sunrise, and all that stuff is. So, yeah. Okay, so as we talk about production, I'm actually going to scoot up over here, and for locations, I'm actually going to add a little light item. Pay attention to the light at different times of day at different seasons. Also, you want things like bathrooms, parking, hospital. If you're doing stunts, you really should have this information. Hospital, neighbors, zoning. Sometimes you want to know if there's zoning restrictions preventing you from putting up giant lights or whatever, or some construction stuff that you would literally need a permit for. It's really a pain. I'm going to put in zoning. You need to answer all of those questions. Or the location person does. It's not a joke. Okay. So that's that. But I'm going to check them off because, yeah. Boop. So as you develop your shot list. Now, back to the shot list. Okay, so we have the mug. A happy face mug is sitting on the desk. I should specify. There are weird, random tools and knick-knacks. How do you spell knick-knacks? Inside. Knick-backs! Excuse you very much. Knick-knacks, maybe? Inside. Oh, snap, I got it right. Spelling, not my forte. Me and Lois Lane have that in common. So, knick-knacks inside. Yeah, okay, good. So then we want the happy face mug on the desk. Shot 4. This is going to be a close-up, see you, happy face mug on the desk. And we want it to have one single pencil inside. One single pencil. And this shot is actually going to be kind of multiple use. And she takes out the pencil. Yeah. Remember that. We want a shot of and, so we want to make sure that we capture all the moments. No more pencil. So it's going to be one long shot that we capture of just a close-up of the mug, as is in the beginning of the scene. The shot, my hand reaches in the same shot to take the pencil out, and then we're going to hold before we cut so we see that there's no more pencil in the mug. Very important. So that's that. We should probably have, if she has a sip of coffee, let's also grab a pickup of, if she has a cup of coffee with the Keep Calm mug, Tundra Portals, let me know. We should also probably grab like maybe put that mug in the same shot. Thoughts? Yes, let me know. Yeah, but we should have the Keep Calm mug just to crack the joke even more. So I'm gonna put 5 shot of the Keep Calm coffee mug. Sounds good. And that could be incorporated inside the other one, or it could be just by itself. Okay, so let's keep going. Keep reading the script. This is what a shot list is. She is frazzled. Great, so we're back to her, and we can go in closer for her. So that could be, what are you guys thinking? Let's play with frames right here. So now you see me, and let's just play. She can be kind of like at this distance. What do you think? This distance? Yeah, this is about the right distance. So that's shoulders. What's the correct name for this shot? Right here, this frame. Medium close? Yeah, sorry, I don't remember right now. Medium close of her, just frazzled. Yeah. Oh, and she's gonna be looking through the papers. Yeah, we gotta remember that. So 6, the name of the shot is 6, and it's gonna be a medium close-up of patients, whoops, settling in. Could just have the scene of her looking over writing, starting to get stressed out, and we just see the words keep calm. It's true. Yeah, we'll include it somewhere. I wanted to establish the mug and then use the mug. So, yes. And that could be in editing. That could just be the same shot, but I cut to it. Yeah. Maybe even zoom in on it. Yes. You know what? You're absolutely right. I'm actually going to include this. 6 is going to be close-up of the words. We're going to use it in the edit. Keep. You're right. So this is going to be shot 7. We're just going to name it that. Patience is settling in. And this is going to be one long angle that we're going to basically run through the whole performance of her settling in. I'm going to put plus marks. And sorting through her crap and finding the journal and opening the journal. And I'm actually going to write in on a close-up, so I don't want to write in the actual book because we only have two freshies to work with. So, and I want to do that in the wides, in the closers, in a closer angle. So this is more of like her just kind of with the desk. And thank you. Thank you, Tiffany. And so let's see here. The MCU patience of sorting through her crap, finding the journal, opening the journal, and let's see, we'll get a close-up of her. Everything else is going to be in close-ups. After I'm done with the shot, I'm going to be moving to different angles in the edit. This helps to have the edit in your mind. Like, I always think of the story that as I'm going to see it in my imagination, and it really helps me film to the edit. I don't want to waste any time here, right? So the more granular you can get with your shot choices, you can say, all right, the performance is going to be on from X to Z, right? Sorry, from A to Z. For the whole film, right? But I only need this angle from like B to M, you know? Why did I choose those letters? But you get the point. So here I know that I'm going to use different angles, so I'm going to actually move to those different angles right now, where I'm going to say close up, medium close up of the desk as she sorts through her crap and finds the books and opens the journal. And then we're going to jump to closer shots because we're going to tell more of the story from a more intimate perspective. So the next one is going to be shot 9. Whoops. Shot 9 is going to be So where are we? I'm just trying to think of this. So she is frazzled, her hair is messy. We did this. Remarkable, her lips are pulled tight in an everlasting grimace. That's all going to come across in the performance. Her shoulders are too tight. We see, yep. So that's going to come across in the wide. She holds the brand new notebook in her hand. Ah, perfect. Another shot. So let's just go in order of this. She holds the brand new notebook in her hand. Yep. Close up of holding the notebook, I think you autocorrect, in her hand. Okay. 10 is going to be probably the next sentence. So let's see. Starts unsure of herself, but still holds a brand new notebook in her hand, a journal. Very nice. She grabs a pencil from the mug on her desk. So we're going to hop back to that other shot. I don't need a separate shot for this. Hang on. There we go. So I'm actually going to go back to here, but because I want to catch the lean, right? So then we're going to go back to the shot list because this is an interesting moment, important moment. So you have to write down in... In proper productions, when they're doing a shot list like this, it really looks very much different than what I'm doing here. I'm doing the super scrappy version where I'm typing it up in notes and it looks like, well, it's efficient. Actually, I won't crap on my own work here because it gets the job done. But that's all it does. It gets the job done. But when you're looking at a production checklist, I'm serious. They have things in Excel sheets where everything is categorized. And one of the biggest chunks is that they describe the action that's being captured. And when I first started, I was like, well, that's obvious. It is not obvious, my friends. It is not obvious. And now I see the value of like being able to capture all of that as you go, like in writing, so that you don't miss a moment. So that's why we're going to jump back into here and we're going to adjust what I have, because I'm going to add this moment, opening the journal and reaches for the pencil. Otherwise, this may seem small, but I just prevented a problem. Because otherwise, I'm sitting in the edit and I'm like, this doesn't flow. There's a moment missing because I forgot the lean before the pencil disappears out of the mug. And yes, your audience is smart. And yes, they don't need to see every car door open or every car or every person walk through the hallway on their way to work or whatever else. True. But there's a certain flow that you don't want to miss. I'd rather film it and not use it rather than need it and not have it. Truth. So I'm super glad that you saw me do that because it's important. And I'm going to put that in here. And reaches for the pencil. Because now guess what? Where we had no capture of the moment where she reaches for the pencil, now we have 2 shots. And we can pick. So. Okay, so she holds up the close-up. Let's continue reading the script. This is why shot lists ahead of time are super important, guys. Pre-production, this is, I predicted that this stream would be the pre-production stream, and next stream is going to be the chunk of production and post-production. Because this. And lips are pulled tight. Yes, we did that piece. Notebook, a journal, grabs a pencil, and opens the notebook. And now we're going to get a close-up of opening the notebook. So good. So, close-up. Close-up of opening the notebook. And we can use this. We could. I'm going to change the angle on it. I already see it in my imagination where her opening the notebook is one angle, and then her writing in it where you see her hand, the pencil, and the thing, that's a different shot composition. So I already know what I want. I want 2 different shots. I know it. I feel it in my bones. Before, yeah, doesn't matter. But experience has taught me that I want 2 shots. So here we go. Shot 11 is going to be I don't know how to label this. It's a different shot composition. Close-up of her writing. And we're going to write the entire performance out up to the point where she breaks the pencil, her writing, and the scribbling part. Ooh, and the empty journal. I'm going to take spaces. As I record this, I'm going to take spaces. Yeah. Writing, taking breaks per script, directions, then frantic writing part, and the pencil breaking. I even have the choice to, yeah. That's going to be the moment that I stop on this shot. I feel that. So that's where it goes. So this is going to be one angle, and the reason I'm just thinking ahead, because we haven't gotten to that part of the story yet, but you'll notice that a lot of these shots are using the same thing, and I just tell you, this is the part of the performance that I'll capture on this camera, on this lens, or whatever else. This is what we're going to do. And yes, and then you have the jumps in the edit itself. You're going to cut back and forth to those angles as you need. Might seem obvious, might not. Depends. So I thought I'd say it out loud. And also, can you hear me okay? Good. Let me know. And also the close-up of the writing part. I know that it's just going to end up, that performance for that angle, for that piece of the story, stops dead center when she breaks the pencil. Done. So I don't need anything else from this angle. I'm done. I'm going to hold because it's much more dramatic. But when I break the pencil, that's it. I've broken the pencil. Now I'm going to get a horror-stricken version. I already see it in my head, but okay. So then grabs the pencil from the mug on her desk, opens the notebook, the spine cracks. Ooh. Yeah, let's pick up an extreme close-up of the spine cracking. Opens the notebook. I'm going to insert it here. 11. Oop. Extreme close-up of spine cracking. And I can do that because I actually do have brand new books to work with. So let me change this to, because this is the performance piece. 12 is going to be one of the major shots. Okay, let's go back to the script. Journal. Let's see here. She is, you guys seeing all of this okay? You let me know. Because I'm trying to keep the, yeah, there you go. Shot list. And so she starts suddenly a gasp. Ah, okay, so this is on her face now. Yep. Yeah, you can smell the notebook smell. That's good. We've done that. She starts writing, unsure of herself. That's going to come across in the performance on the wider shot. I'm going to need a full run through the performance on a closer angle, because that's the one that I'm going to capture her horror-stricken face. That's the one primarily that I'm going to use when her horror-stricken face is there. So, yeah, let's go back down. So I'm going to need a closer shot. Shot 13. It's going to be a closer shot. So we'll do the shot composition as we shoot this thing. Something this simple, and there are 13 shots already. You guys, this is like a minute-long film. Just pointing it out there. I thought that I could do this in 3 shots. Oh, am I even in the right view? Sorry, guys. I just totally denied you from seeing this. Okay. That's a pain in the ass. Sorry about that. That's my bad. Okay. So, sorry. To show you back what I did, I was breaking it down through this pieces all the way from here. She holds the notebook in her hand. We did a shot for that. The journal, the pencil for grabbing from the mug, and I'm really sorry that you guys didn't see me add this piece, reaches for the pencil and reaches for the pencil. That's what I was telling you. And then back here, just to recap, again, this is all live, so sorry about that. Crack up writing, taking breaks per direction, frantic writing, and the pencil is breaking. And now it's just going to be a close-up of her face as she does the whole performance again. So as she is looking for, let's see, as she is, I'm going to pick it up from the writing. Writing and thinking. Remember that during the course of this script, she's actually going to be kind of like looking for ideas. So there's going to be a lot of this. There's going to be some playing with the pencil like this. There's going to be some things. Maybe we should, this could be like the rolling credits, like we show the number 2 pencil. And then, yeah, you know what? Let me capture that as a shot 0. Watch this. I'm a computer programmer, so I've definitely done this. Close-up of the pencil and the notebook. I just thought of how our credits are going to look. Before and after breaking. To be used for opening and closing credits. You think you don't need anything for credits, and then you do, right? So this is fun. So that's going to be there. A close-up of her face as she is writing and thinking and searching for ideas. And let's see, make sure that this one has those moments in there as well. Close-up as she's there. Oh, yep. Opens the journal and reaches for the pencil. And I'm actually going to capture another piece of the shot and tapping the pencil on the desk. And patient sitting, yes, and searching for, and I will not have written anything in this for ideas, but I'm going to jump to the performance, and you're going to see that. Searching for ideas, and clasping hands, and tapping pencil on the head. I'm going to highlight that because I know that that's the angle that are probably best used for that. So if I frame the shot nicely, she can kind of move around to this space. She, as if it's not me. Yes, whatever. Yeah, right? Yeah, Tiffany, you've got it right. Tiffany says I'm in it. Yeah, absolutely. And Mr. Beast does this like regularly, and so now you understand like why his videos are like multiple millions of dollars, because even the smallest little 30-second thing, they spend this time, this what we're doing right now, deliberating, planning, thinking, color choices, costume choices, all of this stuff for literally 20 seconds. Okay, but this is why he's a multi-bajillionaire. All right, let's get back to it. So funny. Yeah. We go through. So I know that I'm going to use that. Give myself some space to move within the frame. Tapping the head on the pencil, tapping the pencil on the head is going to be funny. Oh, face planting, I forgot. And this is the angle that I'm going to be searching for ideas. Plonk. Head on desk. This is where I'll do that. This is the angle at which I'll do that. The medium close-up, tapping the pencil on the desk, because we can do that kind of from behind, from 3/4 behind her. and it'll make sense. We'll cut back and forth. And the close-up of the notebook in her hand. So this is great because like it tells you the blocking of every single shot as well, which is important. And the director usually will do that either in rehearsal or on the day, especially on the day because of the fact that sometimes you don't have access to a location for more than like 10 minutes. So you gotta do what you gotta do. It's so fun. All right, good. So we're capturing all the performance pieces. Back to the script to make sure I didn't miss anything. Is your name even diary? Yes. So this is the dialogue. That's almost. I'm gonna be reading it. I'm gonna be writing it, but I'll be writing it on the close-up. Is your name even diary? What should I call you? Journal, memoir? Ew, memoir. Blech. Yeah, I could have fun with that. She stops again. Taps the side of her head with the pencil. Plops her head on the desk. Yes. She's getting more frustrated during this performance. Like I'm directing myself right now. She puts the pencil down. Taps her head together. I can capture that in the wide. Hang on a sec. Let me put that here. Okay. Plops head on desk. Here we go. Puts pencil down. And then here she is where she can, where is it? She can do the thinking and searching for ideas. Steeple, finger, tap. Like I specifically want this blocking, right? So I want to capture that. Steeple, finger, tap on the close-up. So that's what I want to capture on that. So I'm telling myself what to capture. This is great. Starts to scribble. Where is this? Starts to, yes, so steeple hands together. She starts suddenly, a gasp and a smile on her face, the first that we've seen, as an idea comes to her. Good, so how do I want to capture that? Thoughts? Are you guys seeing that? I'm so happy. Thank you for that compliment. I'll take those flowers, sure. Mind blowing, yeah. What specifically? Like, I guess I'm so steeped into it that I don't know. Sometimes I just run like a train on a track, and I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of operating, you know. I'm just kind of going for it. So, let me know which part specifically blew your brains out. But I appreciate it. As I think of what's next. So I want to make sure that I capture the crack. Yeah, that's for sure, but that's going to be a close-up of that, and I'll probably already have the angle on this. She puts the pencil down, taps her hands together, starts suddenly. That'll be from, I think, the closer. Yes. So I'll capture the gasp on the close-up on the face. So right here, this is where I'll do it. So in the edit, I can see that she kind of has a moment of like, and then you see the wider shot also. So I'll actually do it in both. I'll do it in both. Gasp. Grab pencil. Yes, so that's how I'll block it. I'll actually film it in the exact sequence that I wrote it. Helpful, right? And then grab pencil. But I will probably jump to this, not the medium close-up of the desk. I'm doing a medium close-up of her. Puts pencil down and gasp. Grab pencil. It's all going to be one fluid move, so that's why I'm not putting a separate plus sign in between, because these pluses actually in my brain represent points where the edit can be split. So in my head, when I have a plus, this means that you can you can do the clasping hands, and then you can cut away to a different part after you're done. Here, you could do the tapping hands, pencil on the head, cut away to a different part. But these two, the gasp and the grab pencil, are going to be one fluid motion for me, and then you have the slice in the editing bay. So that's why I put a comma in here and a plus sign in there. I know, everybody has their own system, but I've just kind of told you mine. So... because it's going to be so quick. So that's how I delineate it in my brain. And again, like when you're looking at a proper shot list, different strokes for different folks. So sometimes you'll open up a spreadsheet and you will have multiple actions in separate columns. But typically what I've seen and what other cinematographers have done for me is that they will write it out and kind of chop it up and just say, all right, this one block has a bullet point list in it of all the actions that are going to be captured in that thing. And that kind of makes more sense to me, which is what I'm doing here, intrinsically. But there are other people who operate different ways and they lay things out differently because they have different brains and they're allowed. So just FYI. You want to get a grok of somebody's system as they go. So now let's think. Let's think. What's the next moment? When I get lost, I always come back to the last moment I was working on. So she starts suddenly a gasp and a smile. Oh, yeah. Yes, so I will put the smile. Grabs pencil, smile. However I perform that, I perform it. I'm just going to feel it out. Grabs pencil, smile. And this is the break point that I told you about, because in the next moment she's going to lean over, lean to right again. And here, grasp pencil, and here is where I could cut, lean to right again. So this is going to be the blocking performance for that. So that's the medium close and then the close up, and I can cut in between the two. I do want to get this done at some point this year, yeah? So I don't want to overdo it with like, oh, let's just set up another. No, screw it. It's 2 angles, we'll cut in between them, whatever. So her writing breaking, frantic writing, the pencil is breaking. Okay, back to where I was. The idea comes to her. Yeah, she's smiling. The first time we've seen her smile, she starts to scribble. She starts to scribble. Don't ignore the importance of that line. We have to hold a moment for this character to actually continue her writing. And so she starts to scribble is not something to just be glossed over. So she starts to scribble. Where's that going to go? Yeah. And she is happily, this is the performance piece, writing again. Okay? And here too. And I already know what happens next here, because this is going to be crack. And now all I'm going to do is put crack. Her performance is going to be on this angle. She's going to crack. She's going to look at the mug. Look at horror. I'm going to put the pencil up into the shot. Pencil up into shot. Looks to mug. Scream. Done. That's going to be on that. That's going to be that's going to be the money shot. I lean to right again, and here I'm going to put a cut, potential cut. It doesn't have to, but here I'm going to potential cut to happy writing. Do I want to film the crack here? Do I want to have coverage of the moment where the pencil cracks? Like, what do you guys think? This is where your help is needed. So let's switch over back to chat. Chat, let me know. Do you think that in this moment, I know I want to sit on the moment on her face when she's like about to lose it because this damn pencil broke. And so that's definitely going to be a close-up moment. But do I want that in the wide as well? You let me know. I am going to let that simmer. What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next is... She stares at it, eyes wide. Perfect. So the pencil breaks. Everything stops for a moment. That's for... Oops. Wait. Undo that. Ah! I don't want that. Everything stops for a moment. She takes a deep breath. It doesn't work. That's going to be a performance piece. That's going to be performance piece. And she takes a deep breath. It doesn't work. She looks back to her mugs. Yep. No pencil to be found. She roars. Yeah, I'm going to put it into the... Okay. We've already established the pencil that there is no pencil, so that's good. And then it's going to be an extreme close-up. I'm going to do, you know what, shot 14 is going to be an extreme close-up. I don't know how I'm going to pull this off, but I will try. Pencil breaks. Ooh, you know what? For a little flavor, I'm going to establish this angle by having her writing in extreme close-up. So I can frame it up, and that way I have a justification to jump back in. Sorry if you hear any noise in the background. My kids are being kids. So I'll be right back. So brain, and here we go. Writing and pencil breaks. So I want, oops, it's going to be an extreme close-up of that. Good. So we got those two pieces, and then looks up and back to mug and scream. And I'm going to copy this, copy that. She's happy writing, and I am going to do that on this. Boom! Happy writing, looks to mug, scream. Oh, you guys. Whew. Oh my effing goodness. I think that's the shot list, you guys. Wow. That was a lot of work. True? False? That felt good though. That felt really good. Why don't we go over it together just to make absolutely sure. I think we finished the shot list. I'm gonna try to wrap up, just FYI, in another 15 minutes so that I can be a mom before my kids go to sleep. But that was my plan, to do this over 2 streams, to do the pre-production phase as much as possible today, and then the production. I thought that we could get some shots done, but this is actually pretty far along. So the next time we stream, I'll wrap it up when I wrap it up, but this is what it is. So let's go over the shot list again together. Boop. Let's make sure we got it. So the shot list. For the close-up of the pencil, this is just for the credits. A notebook, and before and after the breaking. It's going to be pretty hilarious. Maybe we should even use a different pencil, because I don't want to be sharpening this guy to within an inch of its life. I don't even have a pencil sharpener down here. But then again, we're filming next time, so I'll get one. Wide shots of patients in her office chair. The establishing shot, sure. Oh, I should probably block this a little bit better. Yes, I should block this, shouldn't I? Sitting down. So I can just kind of have her sit down, settle in. So see, this is good to reread these things. So she's settling in, scrapping, being around to find notebook. Finds notebook. This is good. We'll have options in the editing bay. Finds notebook. Do we want anything else? On this wider shot? No, we don't. We don't want anything else. What else? So let's see. Next up, we got wide shots of the lamp casting a nice glow. This is basically B-roll. This is basically B-roll. Let me even put B to make sure that it's not me, and I'll know. B shot of the sun, B shot of the happy face, but it's an important B-roll because this is like, one could even call it a pickup, like you have, or an insert shot. There you go. Insert shot is the correct term for this. Of like you need this shot, but it doesn't have talent in it, but you still need it because it establishes an action that's important to the story. All of this, of course, is important to the story, but there's a difference between like B-roll that's more like salad dressing versus a shot that doesn't have a person in it that's like a side dish. Does that make sense? I think you get it. Okay, so happy face on the mug, one single shot. That's definitely B-roll, but it's important. The words keep calm. Duh, that's important too. Yeah, but it's B-roll. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't really need to, guys. I don't need to. What am I doing? I'll tidy this up. B-roll. You see the live process. This is why I wanted to do it live, because like, we know it's B-roll, but who cares? Like, we don't need to write it down. We're doing the scrappy style, so why am I being obsessive about this? Close-up of the words keep calm. Now, this is the medium close-up of patience settling in, sorting through the crap, finding the journal, opening the journal, reaches for the pencils, searches for pauses and searches for the ideas, clasping the hands, tapping the pencil on the back of the head, plonks the head on the desk, puts the pencil down, grabs, gasps, has an idea, grabs the pencil, then leans to write again. Happy writing, then crack. I don't need two pluses there. But besides that, the horror, the pencil, the shot list, and everything else. But I won't be doing any writing on this actual write. I'll be pantomiming. That's fine. Medium close-up of the desk is okay. So this is another shot of the actual desk, and I know exactly how I'm going to film it. I'm going to kind of have the camera just a little over my shoulder as I'm messing around on the messy desk. The desk set I'm going to preserve for next time we stream, which will be in a week. And then the close-up of the notebook in her hand. Then the close-up of the opening in the notebook. Extreme close-up of the spine. It's cracking, that's good. And guys, I really do think that we're done. The close-up of the face as she's writing, thinking, doing the same performance, but from a closer angle. So I'll remember to like play within that tighter frame, which is kind of nice because on the, oh, maybe I should get a mirror and like be able to see it, because with an iPhone, you don't have the self-facing camera. Like I can see myself on the side over here, well, as I'm talking to you, so that if I want to, I can adjust and give myself some backlighting here, or move myself further away, or do something with my hands and have it be in frame, all that stuff. Very comfortable, love it, recommend it, highly love it, but problem is that iPhone can't do that. What can iPhone do? You can get a mirror and prop it up behind the thing. If you really need to frame your angle, which I will need to frame my angles, I am going to get a mirror. I'm going to bring down just a mirror that I have in my house. And that'll serve. That'll do well enough. Now, because you want to use the back-facing camera. This guy be better than this guy. That's, oh, this guy is a sweet baby. Sorry. Baby pictures aside. Okay. Next, close-up of the spine cracking. This, and this is the close-up angle of the things. And then, of course, we need a shot of that happening. We need a shot of the pencil breaking. So, my dear friends, I do think we're done with that. Production checklist. Shot list for this production. Done. So, to say again, we wrote out a production checklist of all the steps that we need to take. We wrote the script. We revised the script as we went along. So you saw it go through a multiple drafts. We collaborated on what to call the thing, what to call the people, how to frame the shots, what shots to include. You might even notice that in this shot list, you'll see that it's like a good 60-40 split. It's almost a 50-50 split of principal shots of the action and the window dressing and all of the close-up shots to help tell the story. That is like half and half split between stuff with me in it and stuff with me without it being filmed. And you also see that in 1 minute, we need at least 14 shots, 14 setups, 14 performances, 14 walks through, and who knows, multiple takes maybe of each. If I need to do the third stream, I will let you know. I'm sure you'll be along for the ride, so you'll know. But yeah, I really do think that the shot list is done. So let's go back to our checklist. Oh my gosh. Oof. Shot list. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And now the schedule. So now that we have the shots lists, 1000% now is the time to work out the schedule, which brings me to mind. Let's talk to chat. Thank you very much, chat, for being here. So brings to mind, we're going to, all the shots look good to me. Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you for your help and your feedback putting all of this together, because you saw it's a lot, right? It's a lot of detail-oriented tinkering, thinking, and all this stuff that just has to happen. Tiffany, thank you very much for that. That's very kind of you. It took me a while to, I guess part of it is experience and part of it is just like my brain is just happy to be here. Yeah, I'm glad I make it look easy. That's nice. That's fun. That's great. The thing is though, like I mess up all the time, and that's what I want to help everybody kind of hear. I would love to shout it from the rooftops, like, it's okay if it's not perfect. Just go out there and have fun. I am having a great time, and I'm sure that I'll mess something up. Like maybe there'll be a continuity error as I film something, and I'll be like, okay, how do I cover it up? That's half of filmmaking, is just problem solving and fiddling around. And like, I lost the light, so if I wanted to extend this stream right this second, I would lose the light and I wouldn't be able to get some of the shots that I would. Or I would have continuity errors because the light would be different from one filming day to the next day. It's kind of a mess. But we're gonna film next time. So, be with me as next time. Tundra Portal, I am also indie filmmaker. Yup. So you see it. Are you in the Tundra? Yeah. I love that you guys are talking to each other. This is great. Good. I love it. So the schedule next time. Yes, I love it. And the schedule next time, coming back to the schedule. Yeah. We are going to film, so here, I'm actually going to put it in there specifically for this. Next stream is next week. It's going to be October 17th at same bat time, same bat channel, and we're going to go full on scrappy, balls to the walls. Like, we're going to use the light, we're from the wall, we're going to prop things up on books. I'm not even going to use a tripod for this because I want you to see that it can happen like without a tripod. I'm going to try to set it up on the desk over there, just use my space, but pretend I have no equipment, so that I can really show you what it looks like from freaking zero. Schedule the next stream. What else we need to do is we worked out the shot list, but we didn't think about any of the audio. Oh, there's another thing that we should think about on this checklist. I knew I was forgetting something. As we land the plane, let me think of a few things. So here we go. Equipment. We didn't even talk. We talked about this privately, but we, as a production, you would also equipment wrangling. I'm gonna say wrangling is spelled this way, I think. Next stream is October 7th, and that's when we're gonna film. So that's worked out. And then that's. Call sheets usually happen at this stage, or at least the planning. The shooting schedule gets worked out. For this project, it's going to be next week. Shooting schedule gets worked out. Editing and post-production. You don't want to wait too long. Post-production gets lined up. Perfect. Call sheets get sent out, get written. You have to write them first. And sent out. And then I don't remember what else. Yeah, the logistical crap that has to happen. So equipment wrangling, you would need a camera, audio, you need lights, electronics, so like you would have electric department for like indoor shoots, outdoor shoots, cables, this, batteries, that, electric department, and that's all worked out with us. I'm just going to leave it there because I don't want to overcomplicate it. And then you would actually go into production, which is here. Production. You need to do set, decorating, lights, setup, camera on, camera setup. I'm doing this very quickly. Then you would need to do rehearsals, if any. Roll. Just rock and roll. Rock and roll. And I will expand on this as we go, but that's basically it. And then in editing, you can guess, we do editing. Music. Colors. Credits. Yo, and if you take it to festivals, which we won't do, festivals, premieres, etc. etc. Hand wavy magic. Yeah. So that's that. That's what we're gonna do. We're doing all of this equipment wrangling, so we'll talk about this as we go, because honestly, like, we've wrangled all of this equipment. For the camera, I'm using my phone. For the audio for this, I'm going to use, and any batteries, like cables, batteries. Batteries, etc. I'll fix this up. Boop, boop, boop. Because we know what we're doing, so we've actually finished our equipment wrangling piece of the day, and then the next stream is going to be this. I'll check that off when it's time. The shooting schedule gets worked out. We've already worked it out as it's happening this day. Editing and post-production gets lined up. Let's line it up after we shoot. Because that's typically what it is. Call sheets get written out. Actually, no, we're gonna do it immediately after, so we already know what's happening. And I'm actually gonna pull music from free resources so that you can really do this as a zero budget film. I'm not even using tripods or music or any of the things that I've got subscriptions to. Call sheets get written out and sent out. Well, in this case, I don't need any. And the next stream is happening next week, so it's been scheduled. So, tell you what, guys. I'm going to check that off, and then I'm going to mark this as done. Yoo-hoo! We are officially, my friends, we are officially in the production phase. That's right. When we meet next time, which will be a week from today at 4 p.m., we're going to shoot as much as we can. I want to make this look pretty, so we're going to walk through all the things. I'll have the streaming setup a little bit differently so that you can see what I'm doing in the space that I'm doing it. And I am going to show you the raw and disgusting details of filming a thing. So it's going to be as quick and dirty as I can make it, but I also want it to look nice. So I am going to be worried about this light is here and this shadow is here, and how can we solve that problem for free? Because, like, there are things that you can use around your house to fix, like you can use trash bags to block out the light coming in from a window if you need to. You can use a big board that's standing in your corner, or some recycling that's going out to, like, cut the light and change the shadows on your face and all this stuff. Like, there are ways to solve these problems that involve no gear. Once you know how to solve the problem, you appreciate the gear because it helps you solve it more quickly and more easily. That's the purpose of gear. But people who buy gear first are kind of robbing themselves of viscerally understanding the value of the problem that they're solving. Because they're solving two problems. One is that filmmaking takes time. And when you don't have any money, it takes you more time to do it nicely. And two is that filmmaking is always going to have some hiccups and problems along the way, and you just got to run right through it. You just got to be a bull that bashes right through that wall and has fun doing it. And so that's part of the fun. And so don't shop for gear if you haven't really targeted down what problem it is that you're solving, if that makes sense. That's my big old mantra, because, like, gear costs money. And if you're going around shopping, or even worse, there are some filmmakers who really want to get started in film, but they think that they can't because they don't have the correct camera, that they can't bring their A game without XYZ lens. Not true. And we're going to do it the most broke way we can with a 000 budget film to prove that. But I am going to want to make it nice, and there's ways that you can use the light to make it nice and really have some fun with it. Guys, I had a tremendous time. I had a tremendous time with you guys. Thank you so much for being here, for spending some time with me, and for being in chat with me. All of you guys are absolutely, like, I really appreciate you. This has been so much more fun than it would be just working on my own, doing a thing by myself. I really appreciate you guys for being here. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I'm gonna chapter marker the heck out of everything there. If you want to like and subscribe and share this, that's the best way that you can help me out for free. I'm going the no budget route on this, and I just appreciate you. I will see you in a week's time and we'll shoot this sucker. Oh, and in the meantime, think of names for me, because we're not fully committed. We've pitched some ideas, but let's think of some more names. Oh, I hear babies. If you hear kids, I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna go help. And yeah, so thank you for being here. I will see you next time. See you next week.
Friendly Filmmaker is a Tuba Creations production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Mastodon. And if you like what we do, consider supporting us on Ko-fi with either a one-time donation or a membership. Members get all sorts of great perks. Check out ko-fi.com/friendlyfilmmaker for more. That's ko-fi.com/friendlyfilmmaker. Thanks for watching.